Family members of Ricardo Fagundes, known as Paper Shorts or Paper, are continuing their quest for justice, and with each passing day, the family is feeling as if justice is slowly slipping away. On Tuesday, the family was back outside of Palm Court where Fagundes was executed 6 months ago. His mother and sister-in-law spoke with reporters.
Well, we need justice. It's 6 months. Nothing doing. We are hearing anything. I don't know if it's a cover-up or what, but we need justice. April, 2 times we went to Deep Leary, and they just nothing up to now. Nothing. It's time. I think they're overdoing it now. They know, and they're doing nothing about it.
There were numerous news issued stating that there was a prime suspect that they are investigating. They have published no names. They have brought in no one. At least they can bring forward the suspect that they're looking at and let us know what is going on. Nothing. We're not hearing anything from the police. Nothing.
The police are reporting that their investigations revealed that Paper Shorts was drinking at Palm Court with known colleagues when he received a phone call, and as he exited Palm Court, several gunshots were heard. Fagundes was shot and died on the spot. It's unclear whether the phone call he received is connected to his death. Fagundes, who is well known in the local biking fraternity, was involved in gold trading and was a close associate of convicted drug dealer Shahid Roger Khan. Unvaccinated nursing and patient care assistants and other staff members of the Palms Geriatric Home were locked out this morning as the institution enforced the gazetted order which state that persons must produce their vaccination card or a negative PCR test from a private institution before entering any government or private buildings. The nurses chanted in disapproval and posited that 2 weeks prior they worked with COVID-19 patients. The facility, which is located in Brickdam, houses dozens of senior citizens.
How long they decide to keep the gate locked? However, there is a talk at the table right now. They asked us to give them 24 hours, and we are giving them the 24 hours to work whatever they have to work out, and then we will decide from there. But it's just a manner of how they did it. If you got a lucky gate, we understand, but it's how it's done, right? So I don't want, you see the thing about it, people are running away with the fact that we're not vaccinated. You might be surprised, but it's how it's done, so the staff rebel. Because they didn't take it into consideration that I was working all the time with COVID. You didn't know whether I had vaccination card or not, but I was on the forefront. So all of a sudden now you decide that, listen, everybody recover, that is it. We have a whole lot of other issues going on in here that we would have brought up in a meeting we had on Monday, and as a result of that, the deputy and the acting administrator took offense. So we heard about the lockout, which should have been yesterday after the meeting, but they did it today. And you can see it was premeditated because the deputy came in here, let me say, minutes to 6 o'clock this morning, and she brought persons to work in the kitchen, right? Because she already knew that she would have locked out the head cook and the assistant head cook.
According to the staff, there are lots of other issues at the Palms which were brought to the attention of the deputy administrator.
We have a deputy administrator who just came as well, and they have decided to implement strategy that doesn't go. You want to come out to the gate, right? You got to get a slip to pass through the gate. Right, a pass. You want to go to the washroom, you got to go look for your supervisor to tell the supervisor you're going to the washroom and what you're going to do, right? All of a sudden now they're saying when you're sharing food, you must wear gloves. When you're dealing with the residents and you have to go to the weather for whatever reason, You have to wear gloves. Might not be RN or NA, but we are the foundation to nursing. That's one of the reasons why this institution is merely run 98% of the staff are PCAs, right? We only have what? 3 NAs, 3 RNs. That's all we have here for this entire institution that has over 160 something residents. We share the staff. Some days we work only 1 nurse to 14, 17, 19 residents, 25 residents, 1 PCA.
Thursday, because I was playing music on the ward, gospel to the resident, entertaining the resident. Ms. Johnson tell me that I'm supposed to come out to the premises because I'm playing music too loud on the ward. I should bring the security guard to escort me out. I was on duty.
However, the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, in a statement this afternoon, disputed claims made by the staff members who were locked out. According to the ministry, the claims were deliberate and mischievous. The ministry said there has been no vaccination-related deaths at the institution. While there was a disruption of service to the residents, they were attended to by staff members who were on duty. That all staff members were equipped with PPEs and that at no point in time were staff told to wash and reuse PPEs. Further, the ministry in its statement said that it should be recognized that staff at the Palms serve a segment of the population who are very reliant on others for their care and well-being. As such, the enforcement of the vaccination mandate in accordance with the gazetted order at the Palms and other elderly care facilities should receive the support of all Guyanese. Additionally, the ministry said the recovery and clearance of the 4 most recent positive cases is testament to the care provided to residents at the institution. Guyana's President Afanali is making the rounds in the United States, and on Tuesday he met with Secretary General of the Organization of American States, Louis Amago. At that meeting, several issues were raised. Topping the list is the border controversy with Venezuela and Guyana's position following the Venezuelan government and opposition accord made earlier this month. In a statement from the Office of the President, it noted that President Afanali reaffirmed that while his government welcomes efforts to bring about domestic harmony within Venezuela, agreements that defy international law and processes can form no basis for mediating such harmony. He said that Guyana does not promote the use of violence or threats to settle disputes, but will look towards the court and the rule of law. In a 1966 agreement signed in Geneva, both countries consented to the UN Secretary General deciding on a means of settlement of the controversy if the countries could not settle the matter on their own. In January 2018, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres decided that the International Court of Justice would settle the matter. Since that decision could have only been overturned by a joint agreement by both countries, the ICJ was established as the governing body for the matter, and both parties were bound by the court's jurisdiction and ultimate decision. In addition to the border issue, the head of state and the Secretary General also discussed technical support to advance the country's development agenda.
That was a great meeting in which we reaffirmed our commitment to democracy, our commitment to good governance, our commitment to electoral reform, and of course the OAS Secretary General offered again their support in all these areas to strengthen governance, strengthen democracy, strengthen the rule of law, and to work with us even in areas of skill development for Guyanese in the emerging new economy of the country. So, as I said, the profile of Guyana is enhanced. There's a lot of interest. The private sector, as major CEOs, are wanting to have discussions with Guyana, looking at opportunities for Guyana. So I'm just excited to be part of this, to be the president of Guyana at a time when our profile is so impressive, and and there is so much of energy coming after Guyana.
President Afanali was joined by Vice President Barry Jagdeo, Ambassador and Permanent Representative to the United Nations, Caroline Rodriguez Burkett, and Foreign Secretary Robert Persaud. The meeting was held at the office of the Permanent Mission to Guyana in New York. To the health sector now, Guyana's Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony said there needs to be clarity with regards to the recommendation from the Centers for Disease and Control Prevention. The CDC on Monday said people who receive all or some of the recommended doses of the COVID-19 vaccines not listed for emergency use by the World Health Organization and not authorized by the FDA may be offered a complete FDA-authorized COVID-19 series 28 days after the last dose of the unauthorized vaccine. Dr. Frank Anthony said this does not make sense to him.
From a medical perspective, it doesn't make much sense. If you have been immunized already with 2 doses of a vaccine, at this point in time, you're considered to be fully immunized. If having received 2 doses of a vaccine, now what you're explaining there is for the purposes of somebody's definition, we are going to give that person now 2 additional doses of vaccine. Well, then it doesn't make sense.
Guyana has been pushing for the Russian manufacturing Sputnik V vaccine, which was not approved by the World Health Organization and not recognized by the US FDA. Further, the government, in a subtle way, has made vaccination mandatory.
For these and other stories, do visit us at our website at www.rdproductionsgy.com.